I love the Golf GTI, and here's 5.5 simple steps to buying either a Mark 7, Mark 7.5 or Mark 8 Golf GTI. Subscribe for more. Budget. How much you have to spend is critical to what Golf GTI you will be able to get. At the time of filming, Mark 7 Golf GTIs range from £10,000 for a 2013 car to £24,000 for a 2017 car. Mark 7.5 Golf GTIs range from £18,000 for a 2017 car to £27,500 for a 2020 car. Mark 8 Golf GTIs range from £30,000 for a 2020 car to £40,000 for a 2022 car. All of these prices will change regularly, and historically speaking, the best time to buy a car in the UK is in sort of December, January, around the winter months, although price fluctuates all the time due to inflation and world conditions. Specification. What necessities have you prioritised for your Golf GTI? For a Mark 7 Golf GTI between 2013 and 2017, options included a panoramic roof, dynamic chassis control, 3 or 5 doors, dyno audio speaker system, full leather seats, upgraded infotainment system, variety of different paint options, 6-speed DSG auto gearbox or 6-speed manual, 18 or 19-inch wheels, winter pack including heated seats, 65 or 90% tinted rear windows, a rear view camera, and a performance package which included a limited slip differential, larger brakes, and an extra 10 brake horsepower, making it up to 228 brake horsepower in total. For a Mark 7.5 Golf GTI between 2017 and 2020, Mark 7.5 GTIs had these options on top of the Mark 7 options already discussed. Introduction of a 7-speed DSG auto gearbox or manual, extra paint options, a performance package which included limited slip differential, larger brakes, and an extra 10 brake horsepower to 240 brake horsepower, so you get a bit more power in the 7.5 than you did in the Mark 7s. For a Mark 8 Golf GTI between 2020 and January 2022, options included a variety of paint choices, leather seats, panoramic roof, winter pack, dynamic chassis control, head-up display, rear view camera, Discover Pro navigation, Harman Kardon upgraded speaker system, 7-speed DSG, or a 6-speed manual gearbox. My advice for a GTI is for a few minimal options, not only to keep the price down, but simply because a base GTI offers a fantastic package without the need for any options. If optioned with 19-inch wheels, dynamic chassis control would be my recommendation. Also, I feel there is room for a future performance package for the Mark 8 GTI, potentially raising the power to around 260 PS or around sort of like 258 brake horsepower, which might just be an absolute sweet spot. Mileage. A critical point when buying a Golf GTI. How many miles are you happy for your Golf GTI to have? More miles will result in a car priced less, but is likely to have had excess wear and tear on the car. My simple advice on mileage for Mark 8 Golf GTIs and 2019-2020 Mark 7.5 GTIs is to purchase a car around 2 years old with around 20,000 miles. Most engines are barely running at this point, and I've seen many examples run easily to 200,000 miles and beyond if well looked after. This is a good point to buy a car to help avoid the heavy 40% depreciation hit most cars take after the first 2 years of ownership. The car will also have at least 1 more year's manufacturer's warranty in case any issues arise. For any Mark 7 or 7.5 Golf GTIs outside of this range, ensure the mileage is kept below 10,000 miles per year for each year the car was built if possible. History, a very critical point. A car with less owners has a higher probability of being looked after better than a car with many multiple owners. Saying this, as long as the car has no modifications, no accident damage recorded, and a full service history, preferably from a main VW dealer, this is a good sign the car is a good buy. What are you going to do with it? The big question no one thinks of. You've just spent tens of thousands of your hard-earned pounds on this car. What are your plans? What are you going to do with it? Is it just going to be a commuter tool, or do you have any plans for any road trips? How many miles and how long do you plan to own the car for? Thinking about the end goal is important when spending money on the second most expensive item you'll ever likely buy before your home. Is it really worth it, and is it keeping you safe financially? These final words I'll leave for you to decide, but my main advice when buying something expensive is think how it will affect you in the long term, i.e. 5 to 10 years. Also, have some fun memories with the car to look back on. Final bonus advice. My final bonus point is essentially financially, the GTI actually makes a lot of sense. It's just because of the GTI's heritage and its considerably high desirability out there. This kind of offsets the higher price compared to other cars, and it just makes it just such a fantastic proposition to buy. You know, I could not recommend them further. They're just such fantastic cars. Like the video.